What's up, everyone? Jackson Abe here today. Today, I was just going to talk about the books that I read in the month of January. This is something that I kind of had the idea of doing every month. Was just covering the books that I read in the previous month. I really love reading. I probably read anywhere between 2 to 3 different books every day. Not entirety of books, but I don't just read one book at a time. I can read multiple books at a time, and I like to read books of different topics and such of that nature. And so. I don't think a lot of people spend enough time reading. I don't think a lot of people make it a priority, and I don't see enough books being shared, and that's something that I want to do. I feel like I do a decent amount of reading, maybe not compared to some people. But I definitely just want to share the books that I read and the things that I can learn from them that I can share with you. And so here, let's get started. The first book that I read is called SEAL Team 6, Memoirs of a Navy SEAL Team Sniper, written by Howard E. Wasden. This is a really good book. It gave me some really good perspective on patience, hard work, resiliency, and sacrifice, through his various stories of growing up, as well as war and then post-war. Some of my favorite quotes from this book are, "You don't have to like it, you just have to do it." And I think that can be, applied to a lot of things in our life. Sometimes the things that we don't want to do, we got to suck it up and do it anyway. The other one is, "It is the strength of our belief that makes success possible. The absence of this belief guarantees failure." And I'm a big proponent of the law of attraction, manifestation, visualization, all that kind of stuff. And I think that our belief in the things that we want to do is actually really, really important in getting to where we want to go. Because if we don't believe in ourselves, then how are other people going to believe in us? And so this is a really good book. I'd recommend this to anyone. Again, here's the cover, so you guys can go check it out. Really good book. That was the first one that I read this year. The second one I read is the book on mental toughness, written by Andy Frisella, creator of 75 Hard and the Live Hard program. He owns First Form, as well as many other companies. This was a really good book. It dove into kind of what 75 Hard is, as well as the Live Hard program. But the big thing it talks about is mental toughness, and how mental toughness is a perishable trait that we can develop and cultivate. So as much as we can build it up, we can easily just as much lose it. And the way we build up our mental toughness is by intentionally doing things that are hard or uncomfortable on a daily basis. Because if we don't practice it on a daily basis, then we can't cultivate our mental toughness consistently over time. And so one of the big things about this book that I really like was that it just points out that we are ultimately responsible for where we are in life. And so whether we are doing the right things or not, our actions are a sum of where we currently are. And so if we don't like where we are, we have to take a reflection of where our actions have been in the previous, 100,000 days, and, evaluate and see if what we've been doing really is, what we want to be doing. And oftentimes, we can find ourselves, oh wow, I botched this. Oftentimes our actions will definitely show, exactly where we are in life. So one of my favorite quotes from this one was that in life, it's the boring shit that you have to do to get to where you want to be. A lot of the times it's the mundane, it's the, repetitiveness of things that, people get tired of, they can't tolerate. We live in a generation of, an era where, everything is instant gratification. You go on YouTube and, YouTube shorts are the popular thing nowadays. How long is an average TikTok video? How long is the average, Instagram reel? We just, short-term society. And so a lot of people don't want to do the boring, mundane things over and over and over, for however many months or years it's going to take to get to where they go. And then they wonder why, they never get to where they want to go. And then there was a second quote that I really liked, and it was, create the habit of following through and winning on a daily basis. Andy talks a lot about on this podcast, winning on a daily basis, and how we can win every single day. And if you're winning every single day, you win the week, you win the month, you win the year, how can you not get to where you want to be in life? And so this is a really great book. This is the second one I read this year, and I recommend this to anyone, that's wanting to get better. The third book I read in the month of January is called The Dip, written by Seth Godin. Seth Godin writes really good short books. I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have 4 or 5 of his books. And originally I ordered this as well as another really good book called Tribes by him. I ordered those two accidentally because I wanted one book and it was on eBay, but it came in the bundle of 3 books and it was like $7. So I was like, all right, screw it, I'm gonna buy it. And so it turns out the 2 books that I didn't even care about getting were better than the actual book that I did get. And so Purple Cow was the other one. I wanted to read Purple Cow. And so these 2 other ones came with it and they turned out to be really good. The dip just talks about how, so what is the dip? The dip is any rough patch you have to get through before achieving your big goal. So a lot of the times, we start something, we're going to face adversity eventually because that's just how the weaning process of it out. And that's what this book talks about, is how when people face adversity, you have to realize, is it worth it to go through the adversity because it, is what you're working towards the right thing? And so this just kind of talks about how to navigate through that and find, those dead ends in life that really aren't leading anywhere. And so how we can navigate through that and then get on the path that's really meant for us and get us to where we want to go. So this book is really, really good. There's way too many quotes in this. Like I said, Seth Godin writes really good short books and they get straight to the point. And so there's really no bullshit. He doesn't skate around things. He's direct and to the point, and I really like that about his books. And so there's many good highlights in here. I probably highlight almost something on every single page. And so that's another good one. I would recommend any Seth Godin books. Sorry, the video got a little choppy there. I just got caught in my words, but like I said, I'm not going to edit this stuff. I'm just going to give it to you guys raw and unedited, because that's how I'm rolling right now. And so thanks for checking this out. I love books, man. So I'm gonna keep doing this every single month. I'm gonna do this next month on the books that I read, in the month of February. And so I hope to continue this and share more and more good books with you guys. And then hopefully you guys can share some good books with me, because I'm all about reading a good book. So get out there, go buy some books, get educated, learn, grow, stimulate your minds. Be great. Have a good one.